So it's official. GTA 6 is dropping November 19th. That date is locked in. No more rumors, no more maybe next year, no more fake leaks. It's actually happening. And before the day comes, there are 10 things about this game you need to know. Because some of these details are so insane, so weirdly specific that they almost feel illegal. Like Rockstar sat in a room and said, let's make a game so detailed that people start questioning reality. Now real quick, everything I'm about to show you comes from the 2 trailers fans have frame by framed 1,000 times. The game isn't in our hands yet, but what they've already revealed, it's enough to make you wonder how a video game is even allowed to look this real, and stick around till the end, because the last 2 are the ones that genuinely broke me. Number 9 changes how you'll play every single mission, and Number 10 makes the whole world feel alive in a way no GTA has ever done before. Let's get into it. The car interiors are actually alive. We're starting simple, but it sets the tone for everything else. Get inside a car and look at the dashboard. In every old GTA game, that dash was just a picture, a flat decoration glued onto the steering column. The needle never moved. It just sat there looking pretty and did absolutely nothing. Not anymore. In GTA 6, the speedometer needle actually climbs with your speed. The digital dashes light up. The rev counter jumps as you push the engine harder. It sounds tiny, but here's why it matters. The car isn't a box you sit in anymore. It's a machine you're operating. Every gauge is live and reacting to you. And here's what most people miss. Look closer at the cars in the trailer and you'll notice the smaller stuff too. The way light hits the leather, the wear on the seats, even reflections moving across the windshield as you drive. Rockstar didn't just build the outside of these cars, they built the inside like you're going to be staring at it for hours. Which, let's be honest, you are. Reflections so clean they look fake. Okay, the shiny stuff, this is the one that made people pause the trailer and just sit there in silence. Look at the side mirror on a car, it's reflecting the real world behind you. Correctly, in real time. Not a blurry smudge, not a fake loop, an actual mirror image that updates as you move. And the puddles? After it rains, the streets of Vice City turn into mirrors. Every neon sign, every headlight, every palm tree, bouncing right back off the wet road. This is ray tracing finally doing what it was always supposed to do. But here's the part that really gets me. It's not just mirrors and puddles. Watch the windows of buildings. The chrome on the cars, even the surface of the ocean at sunset. The whole world is reflecting the whole world. Vice City at night, with all that neon bouncing off wet streets. That single look is the reason half the internet lost their minds when Trailer 2 dropped. And we haven't even touched a controller yet. Storms that hit the city for real? Here's where it starts getting crazy. The weather in GTA 6 isn't just a rain effect that flips on everywhere at once. The clouds have actual depth now. Light passes through them, and when a storm builds, you can watch it form way out on the horizon and physically roll across the map towards you. You can see it coming before it arrives. But here's the interesting part, the storm collides with the world. Rain sheets off the skyscrapers, streets start to flood, palm trees bend in the wind. The weather interacts with the city instead of just floating over it like a filter. So when that wall of rain is coming for you in Vice City, that's not a cutscene. That's the weather actually doing its thing in real time. And this is the detail people sleep on. Leonida is hurricane country. Rockstar's old job listings literally talked about large-scale weather and destruction. So we're not just talking about getting wet. We could be talking about storms that flood entire neighborhoods, knock things over, change how the streets even play. The map might not look the same before and after a storm. That's wild. Your skin reacts to the Florida sun. This is the one that broke a lot of people. Leonida is basically Florida. Brutal sun all day long, and the character's skin actually reacts to it. Sweat beads up. Light scatters across the surface instead of bouncing off like cheap plastic. In older games, skin was just a flat painted texture stretched over a model. Here, it behaves like real skin with real depth underneath, and watch this closely, and when the characters move, the muscle slides under the skin. That's not an animation playing on top, That's a simulation running beneath the surface. Fans even spotted what looks like the sun, slowly wearing the character down over the day. But it goes deeper than skin. Look at the clothes. The fabric moves and folds the way real clothing does. The jewelry actually swings instead of staying frozen in place. Even a glass bottle in Jason's hand catches the light like real glass. Nobody asked for any of this. Rockstar just did it anyway, because of course they did. Jason and Lucia actually hand each other stuff. This one's brand new for the whole series, and it's so smooth, you might not even notice it the first time. You've got two main characters this time, Jason and Lucia, a proper duo, straight up Bonnie and Clyde energy, and when they pass gear to each other, there's no menu. No inventory screen that just teleports a gun from one hand to the other like magic. They physically hand it over, a real animation of one passing the item to the other. Think about what that means in missions. You're not two separate guys who happen to share a backpack. You're a team in the same space, actually working together right there on screen. Rockstar built the partnership into the animations, not just the story. And here's the bigger picture. This is the first GTA, where the two leads are actually a couple. A real relationship, not just two random criminals, which means the way they move around each other, talk to each other, cover each other in a fight, all of that is part of the gameplay now. The chemistry isn't just in the cutscenes, it's baked into how you play. The social media that films you back GTA always had a fake internet. Funny ads, dumb websites, joke radio commercials, you know the drill. But GTA 6 takes it somewhere kind of unsettling. There's a social feed inside your in-game phone. Short vertical videos, exactly like the apps you're probably ignoring this video to check right now. Don't lie, and here's the twist, it reacts to you. Cause chaos in the street and clips of it can show up on the feed. The leaks even say you'll be able to track real influencers through the network, and watching the right viral video can unlock secret side quests you'd never find otherwise. So your rampage isn't just a rampage anymore, it's content. The world is filming you back and putting you online. That is so deeply 2026 it almost hurts. And honestly, this changes how you'd even approach the game. In old GTA, you did crazy stuff and the world forgot in 5 seconds. Here, the city might literally remember it, post it, talk about it. The internet inside the game becomes its own little world, reacting to everything you do. Alright, quick pause. Which one of these has shocked you the most so far? Drop the number in the comments right now. I genuinely want to know which detail made you go, okay, that's too far. For me, it's the last one coming up, but let's see if we match. Now back to it, because it only gets better from here. The crowds behave like real people. In old GTA games, a crowd was just a bunch of lonely robots walking past each other. Background noise with legs. They didn't know each other, didn't react to each other, just kind of existed. Not in GTA 6. Watch the trailer crowds and you'll see people grouped up. Couples walking together, friend groups hanging out, people reacting as a unit. Not one at a time, but together, the way a real crowd actually moves. Pull out a gun and a whole cluster panics at once. Some run, some freeze, some pull out their phones to film you instead of running, which is somehow even more realistic. It's the difference between a crowd and an actual population. And here's the layer underneath it. The trailer showed off all these different subcultures and groups. Beach crowds, biker types, club kids, retirees, every corner of Florida packed into one map. Each area feels like it has its own kind of people living their own kind of life. So the city doesn't just look busy, it feels lived in. Like every street belongs to somebody. The characters get dirty over time. We talked about the skin earlier. Now here's what happens to it as you actually play. Jason and Lucia don't stay clean and crisp all day. Sweat builds up in the heat. Dirt and grime layer onto them as they move through the world. Their hair actually moves, real strand physics reacting to wind and motion, not a stiff helmet glued to their head. So the version of Jason you're looking at after an hour of chaos out in the swamp does not look like the guy who walked out the front door that morning. The world leaves marks on him. You don't read about what they've been through, you can see it on them. That's storytelling without a single line of dialogue. And here's a detail that shows how far Rockstar goes. Fans spotted little personal touches scattered everywhere. Jason's got a pet snake in his apartment. There are cats wandering around. Personal objects, clutter, stuff that says a real person lives here. Even the interiors aren't empty boxes anymore. Diners, stores, strip malls. You can actually walk into a ton of them. The detail isn't just on the characters, it's on everything around them too. The cops finally have a memory. This is the one that changes the entire way you play. I promised it would, and here it is. In every GTA before this, you commit a crime, get a wanted level, break line of sight for a few seconds, and the cops would just forget you existed. Complete amnesia. We all abused it. Round a corner, lose the stars, walk away whistling. Easy. But leaks and the trailer behavior suggest GTA 6 cops actually remember a description. The color of your car. What you look like. What you were wearing. So you can't just turn one corner and magically vanish anymore. Now you actually have to think. Switch cars. Change your clothes. Ditch the vehicle they saw you in. Act like a real person running from the law, because they're hunting a description now, not a glowing dot in your minimap. And they don't fight like idiots anymore either. Roadblocks, spike strips, drones in the air watching you from above. Different agencies coming after you, depending on how serious your crime was. Small stuff gets local cops. Big stuff brings the heavy hitters. The dumb, predictable cop you used to juke for fun? Gone. This version actually wants to catch you, and it's smart enough to do it. Every chase in this game just became a real chase. The world is genuinely alive. And here's the big one. The one that broke me. Save the best for last, right? GTA 6 isn't just a city full of people. It's a full living ecosystem. Crocodiles wander out of the swamp and onto the roads. Flocks of birds move together with actual flocking behavior. A whole group turning and shifting as one. Not random sprites flapping around. Flamingos in the sky. Dogs barking from the back of pickup trucks. Snakes, cats, all kinds of animals living inside the world. And it goes underwater too. The ocean around Leonida looks like its own living world, with sea life doing its own thing whether you're watching or not. Here's why this is number 10. Every other detail on this list makes the city feel real. This one makes the entire planet feel real. The world keeps living when you're not looking. Animals have routines you'll probably never even fully see. Rockstar built a whole wildlife system that most players will just walk straight past. And that's the thing about this game, isn't it? They put in so much that you could play for 1,000 hours and still miss stuff. A storm system that floods the streets. Cops who remember your face. A pet snake in an apartment most people will never enter. None of it had to be there. All of it is. That's not a game map anymore. That's a place. So that's 10 things you need to know before November 19th. And the wildest part? The game isn't even out yet. Pre-orders are already selling out. Consoles are flying off shelves. And everything you just saw is from 2 trailers. 2. Imagine what they're still hiding. So let me ask you straight up. Is GTA 6 actually going to be the biggest game ever made? Or is the hype already so high that nothing, not even Rockstar, could ever live up to it? Tell me in the comments. I'll be reading every single one. See you in the next one.